This is the day that the Lord has made. Hallelujah. This is the day that we live the lifestyle of Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Also known Thus, also known as Tammuz, also known as Yeshua. Many names to the game, different lifetimes, different speeches, different languages, but one essence, and that essence is what they call love. Love was the message, love was the stopping, love was the giving that to the humans as we start to speak about the things that was once unspoken and the things that was once unknown. I am M.G. Michael Gabriel. At this time, I utilize the frequency of the angelic realm in this particular body that is made and was well made to take on the message, to take on the energy, and to deliver it as a hub, as a beacon of light, as a diamond, as a different facets, different degrees of healing force, which they call the green light. But the first thing, just have to admit, everybody that you see that they say that they are righteous are not. The first thing is obedience. If the woman is not obedient to the movement, not the scriptures, the last book was 1600 years ago. The Prophet Muhammad. Boom. People try to interpret it. People making billions and trillions of dollars. People is killing in war about it because they don't have the proper frequency, nor were they allowed to really teach that message. If your name is not Quraysh, if your name is not curious, if you're not from the bloodline of that particular book, you need to step out. You need to read it and then step out to learn about Jesus. Because if you don't learn about Jesus, you're not going to manifest. You're not going to grow. So you had those people. Islam was thrown out to the world in about the 60s. People didn't want to go to Africa because it was about 1885, the carving and the taking over of Africa, where they had a map, took the map and carved out Africa and gave it to different what we call tribes today. Today we call it tribes. Today we call it nations. We to call it countries, whatever you want to call it. They said, well, this particular land, we're going to carve out, you own this, Belgium, you own this, Egypt, you own this part, you own that part. That's what happened. So right now, we took this land and came over here, boom, boom. It crumbled up. And it went into what they call pieces. So people say, peace, I got a piece, peace, I got a piece, peace. Then they say, well, what does peace mean? Well, peace is the absence of confusion. Well, we have a part of this next movement. And in this movement, I was taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Well, I was taught by Noble Drew Ali. Well, I was taught by the teacher of teachers, Drew Salih. Well, I was taught by Sheikh Dawood. Well, I was taught by Imam Isa. Well, I was taught by Malcolm X. So you have many people, Marcus Garvey, you have many people, Bob Marley, you have many people that was teaching this thing called peace, which would be the absence of confusion. So confusion exists. In the midst of confusion, those people who are not melanated as that of what they call the humans or the angelic realm, but they were inscribed with too much. This ain't too much. You had different, as we talk about in the teachings, right? In my other videos, when I read the book, I read the facts. I don't explain it. This channel, I will explain it. So anyway, when Islam came, people got it, boom, spread it out. The good and the good and the bad. Like the sun shines on the good and the bad. The sun shined on the good and the bad, and those who had bad intentions also got the light. Now, if you look at this here, you see my face is in the light. The light, you see the energy is undeniable. So all this, what it is, this creation is energy, is the sun within, is the sun without. You see the reflection, that's what it be. Okay, so now, getting back to what I'm saying, it said the woman shall learn in silence. It was a reason for that. Because see, she was going to be giving her case, her facts at a measurement of what we call time. It was called evolution. It was unfolding. Things was unfolding. In the meantime, she was supposed to learn and to watch because she was entrapped. Just like with the Prophet Muhammad. It was warring times. It was more women than men, and they need to procreate. So they said, well, instead of every woman having their own, we gonna do it like this. So he got the system of bam. One man can have many wives to populate. Man is the seed carrier. Okay, that aspect is not really taught. Why, how, when, and whatever. Okay, it's fine. But anyway, getting back to the women who knew about this piece that went into certain organizations, and then they was playing the double role. I'll give you an example. This is an incense. Now, this incense can be burnt or supposed to be burnt on one side. Like that. So what happened was you had women who started to burn two sides. It started burning from both sides. Women started burning from the black side, taking what they can get, and what they call the white side or the enemy. So they burned. So it was all good, but it would get to a point before, if you're holding this, it will get to the point where it will get to your fingers before it reach and touch. And that's what's happening now. The women that had the knowledge, they went back with the money, start misappropriation of funds, misappropriation of time, start using every reason to disrespect the culture, start wearing things that was outdated for the movement, things that we would not appreciate as far as getting them out of the trap. So time was ticking. So this took, for me, at least 40 years. I'm going to say 40 years to analyze the situation of women burning two ends of the candle, perpetrating, acting like they with the truth, and then acting and being in cahoots with the enemy, working for other people of other tribes, buying with people, eating lunch, dinner, breakfast, going on dates with other tribes. All these things we were not supposed to do. And if it was done, the rules state in the Torah, they should be put out and stoned. Okay, we can't stone them today because we did not keep up with the laws. Nobody said, well, you know what? They in our tribe. You're not going to use them because we're going to take them out the gate. We're going to stone them. They will not hurt nobody. They will be not used for fuel to help any other tribe. So now they created this thing called race. And the word race is actually the word care. If you look at the word race and you look at the word care, you will see that they're both the same. So what's happening now, the candle's still burning, or the incense burning from both sides. So they got time now. 40 years, remember, until it gets to both sides. Now, if it gets to both sides, there is no playing field. So it has to get to one side first to burn out. So we can say, well, put that fire out so we can put this fire out. We'll have something. So what happened was, as I will show you another time, we have two playing fields now. We had the righteous side, and then we had the unrighteous side. So I was on the unrighteous side, everybody was, and then the light came. We built the bridge over, right? You see a circle right here. So we was all in the same playing field. Boom. So you see a circle right here, right there. That was a circle right there, right? That we built. We came down into this atmosphere, right? And established another circle over here. So the people is over here, and this is what we established. So we had to build a bridge. So we put the bridge like this. And what happened is that this side, with the women not doing what they supposed to do, they clogged up the bridge. Now the bridge is burning. So we put this side out because now we already established ourselves on this side. So we know we good on this side. We know we good on this side right here. We know we with the heavens. We know about the earth. We know about creation. We know about symmetry. We know about expansion. We know about everything that's going on. We know about, and if you look over here, you see the Mary, and then you see the child, which is symbolic of Eve, which is inside here. And this circle is where everybody's at. And we start the teaching, which is called propagation. We start to propagate, right? Prepare people, right? For this, the coming of this, right? So people don't see this. So we almost stand like this. So, so they're still in the circle right here. And the circle is the rainbow. The rainbow represents every type of person because the melanation in the solid form is considered to be, they say black, right? But the melanation is actually like chlorophyll. The chlorophyll is like green. But if you look at dark green, you would think that it's black. But the word black was a political word that was grafted, right, by what they call the circle and square, what they call letters, for to let tears, emotional, come to the woman and to train her and program her in the educational system, which is called a processing center. Now, I hope I'm not going too fast now. So now, those that I taught, they said, well, you know what? This guy is taking 40 years. So before you was born, and your mother was a little teenager, and your grandmother, right, she didn't want to deal with this because she was like, well, look, if it didn't happen before, it's not going to happen. I'm going to do what I got to do, what I got to do. Boom, and that's it. And it's fine because you're going to recycle. Energy is not going to be destroyed, but the personality, the energy, you as a person, it's not going to be here. It's not going to be here like that because it's just a whole nother, and this is what I came to let you know about evolution, right? Okay, so now, when I find out that this people taking the knowledge of peace, everybody got a piece of it, different organizations, it was a lot of rats. You see, because the programming center by the age of 4 or had already gave them what they call individualization. I'm this, I want that, I gotta have this, give me that. This is what the educational process did because they didn't have cultural. The cultural process is we. We live for by and with each other. There is no exceptions. When you have some money, that particular money is for the mission. The money represent omni. Omni means all. So your all is put in the mission. You live for, by, and with each other. You eat a certain diet. The diet is mainly something that you grow. That's why people didn't eat pork, because they didn't grow pork. They didn't eat pork because pork was bad for you, because certain areas in the heat with the pork, they didn't even have the pork like that. They didn't have the pork like that. See, so with the trichinosis, with the germs and this and that, and basically people ate fish, they was by the sea, they came from the sea, and they ate from the sea. They ate chicken. Chicken was a form of fish. If you see this, the feathers was the scales. When they came onto land as amphibians and started, the evolutionary process, right? They didn't fly, but they gave themselves to us as sacrifice, chickens, quails, different things. But the point I'm trying to stress now is that you got rats in your camp. If they're not submissive, if they don't do what you say, if every day they're not tested, then they working for the other side. So I'm gonna rest that because I can say 1,000 times there's a rat in the camp. People going around the world thinking that they're trying to find Islam. Islam is not what's written in the book. Islam is not written with just the Quran. Islam is something man-made that they made up to express the truth that's always moving and changing. It's not stagnated. So the people that got the information was from the tribes that was also not who we are. We're two different type of people. You can look at their face, you can look at their skin tones and see who are melanated, chlorophyll, and who is what we call, because of the oxidation, because of the food that they eat, they have rusted out. So they are blue-black. That is totally different people. It depends on what size you are, it's how much you weigh. It's all types of evolutionary processes, all types of research and experiments that's been done by extraterrestrial beings from other planets. But this is something that your mind has been dumbed down just to work, buy stuff, eat, sleep, sex. You got the wrong one now. So anyway, you got rat, and I had many rats in my camp, but I had to be the exterminator. And I was saying, and I'll show you down the line the books that I got. So I was an exterminator. An exterminator. I'm saying, why would they tell me to say I'm an exterminator? Because I had a rat right by my side. People saying that they down with the get down, but at the same time they was lying and cheating. And let me explain something to you. When a person leave the country and come back, we also know that they can be used as clones. So that same person may not be coming back. If they go somewhere, they can have trans things. See, they thought it happened to me. They said that they cloned me and they sent somebody else here. And this was said by those who was envious and jealous, those who didn't want to hear what I'm saying right now. So they're gone now. And just like the rat, it's a big rat. She gone now. And those who were not truthful, they're gone now. That's why I said I denounced all the people that I ever met in my life, period. You was just for me to analyze and see what was going on. so I can pass it on to others. So the things that you're saying, it don't matter. It don't matter at all. The life that you live, the religion that you got, it don't matter. Because religion was given to those who were from other places. We don't have a religion, we have a way of life. And in this way of life, as I will teach it now to those who are on that frequency. So it don't have nothing to do with hate. No, I don't like you. I don't hate you. I don't give you anything of attention. You're going to live your life because your life is already set up. Those who say they're going to Africa, there is no Africa. That was another plan of deception. Everybody's supposed to give homage to the King of Kings and the line of that particular tribe, which is called Judah. But these facts are very important, but to those who want to discard the facts, they say, well, this is not true. It can't be. I have to be king. I'm the king in Kenya. I'm the king in Ghana. I'm the king in whatever. We're talking about the king of all kings, the bloodline, the truth. And when you do the research and get out the greed, that's it. That's why they're not going to be protected. You're not going to be protected. You're not going to be protected from the supernatural. You're not going to be protected because you don't ask for protection without cease. You don't tremble at the name of the Most High. You see, and those who say that they believe in the law, when we told you that was just one name, that was not the ultimate name. That was something that you can grasp onto after the fact that we didn't allow you to even say the name, and you would say Yahuwah, which you was saying who, which you was saying the name, but didn't know you were saying the name when you say Yahweh. So you were, like I said, the truth is here. You got rats in your camp. That's why things was going very, very slow. How somebody gonna tell me they went around the world, but they say they believe in the law? You believe in the law, and you going around the world. You left your family. That's like somebody saying, I got a job and I'm taking my child to the daycare. They don't care about your child. They care about the money. And they treat your child not as you would because you have a maternal instinct. And when that maternal instinct is gone, because you want money, you want to be a CNA and wipe somebody else's butt, you want to protect those who oppress us, to listen to their stories and be amongst them in a room so you can assimilate and fuse yourself with them. You don't understand about the ramifications of your absence. But it's okay today because I'm relieved, because I said, something ain't going on. I'm trying to figure this out. I just got back here in November of 2020. 2020, okay? 10-10 wins, 2020 wins even better. So 2020, and then I got a couple of questions by Earthlings, tribal leaders, and then I see their manner of concern, and I see what's there and what's not there, and we rise up, two hands walking, two different personalities, two different tribes of people. You got different tribes of people that evolved from different procedures of different terrestrials and extraterrestrials, which is called cloning, which is called alchemy, which is called many scientific things that people do not want to think about. So they say, well, I don't want to hear that. So I'm going to leave you with that, just like that. I'm gonna leave you with just that, and it's gonna be fine.